Happy Sunday, everybody. The energy of love is within us and is us. Whole and complete is the I am that we are. We awaken to the truth of our being. We will this be done within and without. May we come to recognize that we receive all that we give. We know that we have forgiven ourselves when we forgive them of all grievances held within our minds. May we not be led in temptation by the voice of separation, but instead may we transcend all illusions. For ours is the power, peace, and love of Christ consciousness found within each of us, who is but the perfect extension of the one, mind and heart, that is shared by all and is our birthright as the holy extensions of love itself. Our affirmation of faith. We believe in one God, the author and energy of all life, whose love sustains the universe and all things found within it. Our 5 Christ principles. 1. There is only one energy in the universe. That energy is love, at all times, active in everyone, everywhere. 2. We are the divine energy of love, and that energy is found throughout the universe and in all things, whether seen or unseen. 3. We create our experiences by what we choose to think, feel, and believe, thereby establishing our responsibility for our own choices. 4. Through opening our heart center, we connect with the energy of love and bring out the Christ within us. 5. We express our desire to be of service when we live and demonstrate the Christ consciousness in all our affairs. Love, give, gratitude, and forgiveness are the way.
Thank you, Miss Poppy. And hello, everyone. Welcome to the Church of Christ Consciousness. I'd like to welcome all those who are here, those watching, and those who will watch later in the week. Today is kind of a carry on from last Sunday, which is when I spoke of lack, especially in regards to manifesting our dreams, our desires, and how lack truly does prevent us from receiving the very things we desire, that we want. Today, I've titled the talk, "The Distance Between Desire and Manifestation is Called Action." It could be also said this way: the distance between your dreams and making them a reality and seeing them is called action. You would be surprised at how many people that I hear tell me about their dreams, their desires, and when I ask how it's going and getting there, how it manifesting so that they can see it, do you know what I hear? It's not happening. I'm like, okay, well, the next question is, well, what are you doing about it? You'd be surprised at the number of people who tell me, I'm just sitting here with my hands out, my arms over, and just waiting. Usually, I'm like, you may be waiting a while, because there's a piece that most people miss. It's called action, the action piece. And when I do ask people what action they're going to take, they tell me how it's supposed to happen. And I'm like, okay, is this what you're saying to God, to the universe? Well, yeah. I'm like, maybe no. And here's why. How something happens is none of our business. It is not our concern how it happens. Our concern is the desire and the action. Well, then I'm asked, well, how do you know what the action is? My next question is always the same. Do you trust God? Do you trust the universe? Well, yeah. Then why are you telling God and the universe exactly how you are supposed to receive your dream, your desire? Then I ask, can you see around a corner? Can you see around 16 corners at one time? How do you know that's the best way for you to manifest or for you to receive that which you desire or dream about? When we tell the universe how to give it to us, we're doing so with our fist clenched like this. And then we wonder why we don't get it, why we don't receive it. The answer's simple. In order to receive, your hands must be open. Your heart must be open. And if you will leave how to do something to God and the universe, you will hear what steps to take in order to make it happen. God can see around the corners. We can't. He knows exactly how to bring it to us in the best way possible for us. But so many times we think we know what's best for us. And half the time, that's not true. We think we know, but we don't have all the facts. We can't see around the corners. We don't know really what is best or the best way for us to receive it. The universe, God does know. But why do we not listen to it? I'll tell you why. Because we don't think that God is A, listening, or B, that God cares. Or that He will actually give us what it is that we dream of, that we desire. And I usually ask whoever it is that I'm talking to, did you have the desire? Did you have the dream? The word desire, D-E-S-I-R-E, break it down to D-E-S-I-R-E. D-E means of or from. S-I-R-E is the Old English for Father. It's from God, from the Father. So if we have the desire, it's already God-given. And it is His good pleasure to tell us how to go about to make it happen. But all of a sudden, once the desire or dream comes, we think we ought to be in the driver's seat, just drive it. And I'm thinking, I wonder if this person, that whoever it is I'm speaking to at that moment, if they realize that they're as blind as I am, because they can't see around the corner no better than I can. The how is God's part. Why would you rob God of His part? Because that's what we're doing. When you tell God how to do it, you are robbing God of His part in bringing about the dream, the desire, to bringing it so that you can see it, live it, have the experience of it. And that's what manifestation really is. And I know I've said this, but we haven't talked about it in a while. Of all the spiritual laws, and there are 12, they work as one, but my favorite is the law of being. Because the law of being tells you exactly how to bring about something that you want to experience within your life. It begins and goes like this. To give is to have. To have is to be. To be is to know. To know is to experience. And to experience is to become aware of. And to become aware of something is to make it manifest. To bring it from within to without for the outer experience of it. But notice it starts with giving. So you may be asking, well, if I have a desire or a dream that I want to be, that I want to see, that I want to experience, how do I give? In this particular instance, you give trust. Give trust to the one who gave you the dream or the desire. And to give trust is to have trust in that one who gave you the dream and desire. And if you have it, then you know it within your mind. And to know it is to experience it internally in your heart. And then you become aware, which means the mind and the heart have unified. You are now in awareness. And from the awareness, it will be made manifest. That's the action piece that everybody misses. Everybody misses the action piece. And the action actually starts with you. It starts with trust. Without trust, the rest of it's worthless. In fact, most of you've heard the saying before, faith without works is dead. Well, by the way, do you realize that's exactly what I'm saying? Trust without the action is dead. Nothing's going to happen. And you will sit wondering why you didn't get it. Does God not love you? What happened? You're a victim to your own self in that instance. It wasn't God, but you said, oh, I have a dream, I have a desire. Here, God, I'm going to tell you how to get it, but I'm not going to listen to you at all. Blah, 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 blah. And then you start an internal dialogue, blah, 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 where you think you know exactly what to do, how to bring it about. 99% of the time, oops, we're wrong. We missed the mark. And then we wonder why we didn't get the very thing that we wanted. It goes back to the law of being. Remember that Jesus told us, ask and ye shall receive. Period. There is no comma and all of these things that we must do. No. He said, ask and ye shall receive. But if you will read the Gospel of Thomas, there's something that is missing out of the Bible. He said, ask and ye shall receive. But you must have faith and trust and certainty to know that it is yours. And it is. Period. And it is. But what do you have to have? Faith, trust, absolute certainty. Notice I didn't say belief, because belief has a degree of doubt in it. You must have absolute certainty that it is yours. Jesus also taught us, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and everything else will be given to you. Where's the kingdom of heaven? It is within. But even in the Gospel of Thomas, he said a little bit more. He said, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. But do not look to the sky. For if someone tells you heaven is there, well, the birds made it before you. Do not look to the ocean. And when someone says, the kingdom is there, the fish made it before you. Look within, where the kingdom exists. For it exists within and without, inside and outside. But you have to first seek the kingdom within. And then he added something. This too is in the Bible. We talked a little bit about it last week, but I'm going to bring it up again this week, because without it, there is no action, there's no faith, there's no trust, because you're still relying on yourself. So what are the three keys that help us enter the kingdom? First, to be right-minded. Well, what do I mean by right-minded? It is literally to know, as Jesus said, I and the Father are one, that the separation is a lie. That we are, again, as it's written in Ephesians, to have that mind of Christ in us that was in Jesus. That's to be right-minded, to have that same mind that was in him. Number two, probably the most important, is to be at peace. Because without peace, you're not in your right mind. And peace, if you'll follow it in Merriam-Webster's, literally means to have a mind that is free of making judgments. And then finally, the third step, to have a joyful heart. Remember last week I said to have a joyful heart. The word joy comes from the word enjoined, to be joined, which means to be at one, to be in unity with God. Well, of course you are, because if you're in unity, you are joyful, you have a right mind, that mind that was in Christ, right? So you have the mind that was in Christ, and that is to be at peace. To be in peace. And of course, in miracles we're told, peace is the prerequisite for the return of knowledge, right? So in order to have peace, we can't judge, and that is the return of knowledge. And by the way, knowledge is when the mind is open and the heart is free. That is what matters. You can have everything that you dream and desire. It does take action. It requires you to listen. You will never be given or told to do something that would hurt you. Not ever. It may take a little work, but the more you argue about the work, the harder it is on you to achieve what it is that you're looking for. So, as I stand here and close this talk, know that you are worth your dreams and desires. You are worthy of it.